In this week's video, we start setting up lots of decorations out in the front, like this giant skeleton on the top of my roof. And we also start building the front area of the haunt. Time to set up the fence in the front yard. My least favorite thing to do. I hate doing this because it's a lot of bending over, but it has to get done and it will. This week's build video is going to be a little different than the last couple weeks. There's going to be a lot more of us working in the front yard and setting up all the decorations and some of the stuff out there. But towards the end of the video, we will be building the front section of the haunt. So stay tuned and watch all the way to the end to see all of that. The two things I have to get up by October 1st every year are our Frightmare sign and setting up our giant skeleton. And as you can see here, I stuff all the parts into the rib cage of the skeleton. Space is key. Gotta keep everything as compact as I can because everything takes up so much space. And yes, this is where we keep it, up in our attic. Started getting stuff down to put in this room, and as you can see, this is almost taller than me. Stacks of these giant bags full of our pumpkins. I'm gonna replace this top bag as it's ripping. Okay, here's what he looks like. He is done. He's perfect up there. Check it out. I got all my bigger tombstones and figures, all the like plastic kind of tombstone stuff out, ready to put out. Looks kind of cool seeing it all of it. It's a bunch. And then some of the newer ones. And look at how big this one is. This one's so big. And I just got those red flowers and put in it, and I like that. It looks pretty good. But yeah, got a lot of stuff to go put out now. I do have a couple things already out in place. So I had a couple of these columns, and then I got a bunch of new ones, and now I have a ton of columns. And I never liked the color of the red that they were, so we started painting them. And we're going with like more of a stone look, and we started with this like base coat of this gray, and we will be adding details and highlights and dry brushing on other colors later, but this is where we got this weekend with them. Okay, we are running out of time, but I got to show you where we got to this weekend. So we're going to walk and show you the progress before we run out of daylight. But look what got built. The front is built. It's about 75%, 85% built. I'm going to switch the camera around and show it to you better without me. So obviously a lot of the details and things still aren't on here. The stone texture walls isn't on here. I got a wall randomly leaning up against it right now. I forgot to put away, but let's walk inside. All these walls that you see are blue and not painted will be taken care of. They will be covered with like mausoleum stone wall texture paper. And let's go. Got a couple boards in the way. I gotta cut. It's actually kind of narrow in here this year. This is part of the area I didn't finish. I gotta cut some boards that are gonna go here and on here. And this is actually gonna be a new thing we're doing. I'm gonna be doing a bunch of head bust statue type things. So you'll walk down a hallway of that, and then you will turn into the Reaper area. And it's gonna be full of these columns, which I have the first coat of paint on now. They're no longer red, they're more stone looking. You can see the old color was inside there. I gotta put all the detail paint into that yet, but it's gonna go this way. There's gonna be a bunch of Reapers in there, and then you will end up coming back this way. And a new facade thing that I got this year is gonna be going here. And actually there's some work to be done in here. I gotta put a wall, and I may run a couple walls this way and make my life a little easier. I didn't show this on the front, but that's the back side of the facade that I built last year. I didn't get the door up today. Let me go out there and show you what it looks like. And there's a door here with a Grim Reaper character that I made. And this thing is like 10 feet tall, so it's pretty massive. And I'm not sure how much I showed, but I got some of the decorations in the yard. Along the fence. There's no lights out yet, no tombstones. A lot more to come out here. Let's go inside the haunt. It is a bit of a mess because we got stuff everywhere. Okay, so that door's open, will be closed, right? But we added this section, so when the door's closed, it actually lines up with that. And then we added that section. And we're gonna be putting one more section in front of the gate. So the gate, when we're haunting, when we're open, the gate's open all the way. So from there to there is gonna be a wall of these slats, and you're gonna go between them. Pumpkin area, like I said, it's a mess. We started getting pumpkins out and kind of just throwing them up. They're not final or anything. I still gotta run power, and I gotta put all the camo netting and stuff like that first, but I wanted to start seeing how many pumpkins I have and how to spread them out and everything. So still we'll fine tune that. Look at all the pumpkin guys. Those guys usually go out front, so they are in the same bins as the pumpkins. So okay, in the den we got the fireplace on. We put on a lot of the molding, had to fix a couple of them, put the baseboards on. So not a whole lot done in here, but this room's pretty close. The little details. And then the big thing is we finally figured out what we're doing back here. And it's gonna look really weird, but we built this like cage structure. And so this area right here is gonna have a laser swamp. It's gonna go up to here with fog and the green laser lights. So we wanted to do something different with that effect. So it's gonna look like you're walking through water with like a random kind of cage type thing in the middle area where the actors will be. And you're gonna walk around it in that like water fog effect. So I thought it'd be cool, it'd be something different. And I know it was a really popular effect, so I wanted to bring it back. And it comes all the way around. So we ended up kind of redoing this whole room so the actors can get in here. This is the actor area. And there's a little surprise. That and that are doors that the actor, let's show you. Why not? We're running out of light, but let's show you. Oh, the actors can slide these out. Ooh, I'm breaking stuff. And as people are so you're gonna walk in from this area and walk in here, they can actually open this and shut it so that you're trapped in here with them. We'll see how that works, but. I'm gonna shut them. That's kind of what it looks like when they're shut. Ooh. This room is, the last 2 days, all this has been going on, so it's gone a long way. We yesterday figured out what we wanted to do, and then we started working on it. Back here, I got all the doors down, and I had one of my Frightmare crew was starting to put doors on for me. So I think I got one on, sorta. No handles yet or anything, but we got more to do. But you can see we got a lot done this weekend. Had a lot of help. And just projects are just flying all over. The front took me a lot of time yesterday putting up stuff, and then I didn't like some of the stuff. It was tight, or it wasn't the way I built the walls or set them up. I didn't like them. So today I was redoing a lot of them, and it's so much better now. Actually, let's walk back up there because I will show you what I'm talking about. This wall right here, it was back a little bit. I didn't like it. So on this side, it's tight already, but it was even tighter. So I ended up moving that wall over and switching it on sides. And then this area, the door opening and those 3 walls were always gonna go there. This whole wall, I ended up changing because in between each column, so right there, probably back there, right here, right here. Let's back up a little bit so you can see. In between all the columns are gonna be our Reaper monsters. Some are gonna be mannequins, some are gonna be actors. And I decided to do it this way. So on the back of this opening, it's gonna be a black plastic sheet all the way down. So it's gonna look just like a black wall. And I'm thinking an actor is gonna stand between those 2 columns. And then after he scares, he can then go behind it. Because it's a sheet, he can push through the sheet. And then now it gives him the ability to work his way around to scare you in another area. So I ended up building 2 spots for that. I was gonna just do a wall all the way. And this is what happens. You have an idea on paper, and then you start playing with it and getting it into space, and you see how much space you have, and you modify and change as you're going. When you start calculating and thinking out how to scare and what would work better, and to give yourself some options. And I like it a lot better. Then it was a little bit of work to get this to work, so I had to run a beam, and then I had to connect it. It's like one room connected up above all the way around at the moment. I will run more supports at the top, but it's sturdy, it's strong right now, but I go above and beyond. I'll probably put a support going from that wall at an angle to this wall, and probably on the other corner too. So, and then I'm gonna put some beams lining up with the pillars to help them from getting knocked over. And I know like this one, like you're gonna have to imagine there's gonna be another wall right here that this is gonna be up against. So once all that gets in here, it'll make a little more sense. But and then there's gonna be or not an actor, but probably a mannequin here. And some of the spacing on these columns will be adjusted as we are going and finalizing everything. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it for the update. At this time now, if you could like, subscribe to our channel so we keep growing and you can follow our journey as we keep building. It's now that things are set up, the next week's video is gonna be a lot more of decorations and theming out rooms, that kind of things, little detail things. Lighting's gonna start. Everything kind of just happens really quickly once the walls and everything's up. And one other thing I don't think I showed you, what's new this year, is my ground breaker on the roof, busting out of our roof. I wanted one of these forever. I really like the Costco version that came out this year, and I knew I wanted him right there in the middle, and he's like perfect. This is the best spot I could put him, right above our logo and our main characters. So, all right guys, we'll see you next week.